And one thing led to another. And I told this lady that I'm homeless and I don't have anywhere to stay. What's good, Caption Gang? We back with a new video. Ah, man. So y'all voted on a poll on Instagram. And I was like, did y'all want worse haircut or worse whooping? And y'all chose my worst whooping. So honestly, this story, you know what I'm saying, is hilarious because I don't even know why I did this, but I think I was just mad, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? The worst ass whooping I ever received. I was in third, I was in fourth grade. I was in fourth grade. Um and I was with my aunt at the time, like you know what I'm saying. I was my aunt lived closer to my school, so I was just staying the night at her house, and she was taking me to school and stuff like that too. Because you know what I'm saying. For those of you guys that don't know, the part of people that raised me, it's my aunts, my dad, and my nana. You know what I'm saying. Those are you know what I'm saying. Those are my foundation right there. So boom, right. My aunt, I don't know, my aunt was waking me up for school or something. I got in trouble for something that morning, and it just made me mad. So I was really mad at my aunt. Now this is my dad's sister, so I'm like, Auntie Letha, this is my Auntie Letha. I'm like, Auntie Letha, she was yelling at me about something. I was just mad. I was like, she was combing my hair. You know, when you get your hair combed as a kid, and she put a coat of Vaseline on my face, I was already tight. Like I was mad. Everything was mad. So you know what I'm saying? I went to school, whatever, and I was kind of acting out a little bit. Like I was being a class clown, doing what I usually do. I was getting straight A's, so I was like, I'm clowning around. This worked too easy. So I got sent out, but I didn't get sent to the principal office. I got sent to like this like little like group of like this like kind of like this therapy group. And the person that was there at the time was the school counselor. So she was talking to all of us and stuff like that, right? So I don't know what made me do this, but I knew I was going to be an actor at this point right here. So she was asking everybody what their life was like and what's going on in life and how they feeling. So, you know, at the time, my grandmother was in the hospital for a while. You know what I'm saying? She had, you know, a hip replacement and the surgery just like didn't go right. So she lost feeling in like her nerves and her hips. So I had missed her. So I was talking about that. And one thing led to another. And I told this lady that I'm homeless and I don't have anywhere to stay. I told her I was homeless and I didn't have anywhere to stay. And you know, I didn't like, you know what I'm saying, I'm sleeping places to place. Mind y'all, I'm very fine. I live with my dad, you know what I'm saying? I be staying at my own house, whatever. I have plenty of places to live. Like my family had a plethora of houses, like in cribs. You know what I mean? We lived in the, you know what I'm saying? We weren't rich. I grew up in the hood. I grew up in the project and stuff like that. Wasn't homeless. I wasn't homeless by a fucking long shot. I had a bed, I had a room, I had somewhere to sleep. So I don't know what made me say it. I just said it and then I walked out, you know what I'm saying? And I felt good about myself. See, me not knowing that she has to report stuff like that if she hear that. So I know my aunt got a call at like 3 in the morning from one of my because they had called my father. They had called like everybody that was on my emergency contact. They called on him. So at the time, my great aunt, my aunt Cora, rest in peace. She's the head of the family, so she was on my emergency contact. So she just happened to be up late, and they called her, and she called my aunt. And my aunt was like, my aunt thought something was wrong immediately because she's like, why is Aunt Cora calling me? Aunt Cora's like 90, I think Aunt Cora's like 92 at the time. She lived until she was about 103. And it was like, so like, why is Aunt Cora calling at 3 a.m.? Cool. Aunt Cora called, right? So I'm asleep, but I'm in the room with my aunt. So I'm half like way up too at the same time because I didn't go in my room yet. I fell asleep in my aunt room. I was at the end of the bed and she just let me sleep. I hear Aunt Cora spaz. I've never heard Aunt Cora's voice like this. So I'm trying to still act sleep. And I don't know, like something in my gut told me I was in trouble. She said, so my aunt was like, he did what? What? Well, Jamar ain't say nothing like that. So my aunt defended me. She like, what? Oh no, no, I'm about to wake him up right now. So I'm sleeping now. Now my eyes is like this. I know I'm done, bro. I'm done. She like Jamar. So I'm like, I'm asleep. She like, get up. So I'm like, I'm trying to act sleep. She's like, okay, you don't want to get up? My aunt grabbed the belt, but this wasn't an ordinary belt, y'all. Y'all remember the belts that the women used to wear that had the holes in it, like the baby fat belts? She had one of those, the leather joints, like the rock star belt. She took that junk and said, "Bang," right across my ass cheeks. Like, Like, you ever get hit that you like you go into a spasm? I was like, uh. Man, she was like, I was like, what I do? She's like, why the fuck would you telling people that you homeless? What's wrong with you? You don't know what type of trouble you get into that. We're gonna ask first thing in the morning, you're gonna tell them. I was like, damn. So, um, so I was like, I didn't. They lying on me. She hit me again. Boom, right in my leg. She hit me again. Boom. This ass whooping was so great that I went right to sleep after. You thought I was tired before? Nah. I slept. I slept. I got some good sleep. But that ain't the end of it, y'all. We'll go to school. We clear all of that up and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? My aunt had to do a lot of explaining and all of that. I ain't seen my dad yet. My dad knows what's going on, but I haven't seen him yet. I'm not supposed to see him until I get out of school so he picks me up. So I'm scared the whole day. I'm already like trying to get my thoughts and shit together the whole day. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to say to my father when he see me. Because I know it's going to be embarrassing for him to pick me up. But he didn't end up picking me up. I ended up catching a bus. So my aunt like catch the bus. So I'm like, okay. I got on the bus. I'm still scared. I get home. My Xbox is gone. Like, Xbox is gone. Like, hey, my job. I just got SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. I had just I had got NBA Ballers Phenom. I had just got my 360, man. I had Saints Row. I'm playing everything at the time. I'm having the time of my life. And everything is just gone. Like gone. Like I'm like, where's my stuff? My PS2 was gone. All that was in there was my TV and TV remote. And I only had one channel, which was the news channel, because they took my cable box. So I'm like, yo. So my dad said, come here now. I'm like, oh, shoot, my dad. I go in the living room, and he like, you thought that was funny, huh? You thought you were going to go to school and do all of that? You want to see what somebody that's really homeless is like? That's what it's going to be like. Matter of fact, I'm taking the TV too. They made me, first of all, I was grounded for a very, very long time. I think I had to be grounded for like a month. Like, I had to sit in my room for like the first week with nothing in it. Like, nothing in it. Like, I felt like I was all I had to do, I was reading books, but I ain't gonna lie. That's when I got into the Diary of the Wimpy Kid series. So I was kind of still having fun. But black people don't ever want you to have fun. Because when I had laughed a little bit while I was reading, and my dad and my aunt came in the room because they thought I had a device or something. They're like, what you laughing at? I'm like, I'm just reading the book. Oh, hey, you reading the book? So the book homeless too, huh? Ain't nothing was funny when you was homeless. Yo, can't do nothing. Can't do anything, yo. I can't even read and laugh. Like, just had to be quiet, yo. But yeah, man, that was my worst whooping. And then also, they took me to see my nana, and my nana slapped the shit out of me too. Like, it just was no winning with me. I got butt whippings everywhere. Like I'm saying, I was grounded everywhere. I had devices at everybody's crib. My aunt crib, my nana crib, my dad crib. Everything was taken. There was nowhere for me to go. It was so sad. And then it hurt more when I was at when I was at home with my dad, because it was like, my little brother, it's Lil Nas, I love him. Lil Nas is an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Even at the age that he was at the time. So my little brother was 5 at the time. I was 9. Yeah, he was 5 at the time. He was playing the GameCube in front of me. Yo, Jabbar, yo, you want to play? Oh, wait, I forgot. Never mind. What? You gonna do that to me? He playing Batman. I think it was Batman, the Rise of Tidzu or Tidzu, whatever it is. If you ever played that Batman game is tough, yo. But that game was lit on GameCube. My brother having the time of his life. And I gotta sit there and watch. Y'all know what that does to somebody, you know what I'm saying? That hurt right there. Man. Alright, but that's it for my story time. I'll do the worst haircut next video, but like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if y'all want another one of these. But Angelita, you ain't right, Angelita. You ain't have to beat me, man.